Hi folks, welcome back. I'm Marcel with The Pulse. As you can see, I'm in travel mode here, and next week heading to DC to lobby Congress on behalf of protecting NMN as a supplement. Since then, some news came up that I wanted to weigh in on. Specifically, Nestle has taken legal action against Do Not Age, the company whose supplements I take, and I share a discount link here, and many of you take Do Not Age supplements. Well, Urolithin A, which is a healthy supplement. It's a molecule that the body makes from certain foods and basically can turn into muscle strength. Nestle has filed for protection of that language about the muscle strength and has insisted that just removing that language is not enough. They want Do Not Age to take it down completely. Now, Do Not Age brings supplements to market when they can either save you money or introduce something absolutely new like SIRT6 activator. In the case of Urolithin A, they brought a supplement to market at a lower price than what the market was offering, similar to what they did when they first came out with NMN, by the way, which drove market costs down. It's one of the things I love and respect about Do Not Age in general. Let me get into this announcement from Do Not Age and read you a little bit of this, but basically they said, you may remember pure Urolithin A, an ingredient launched by Do Not Age that showed promise in so many ways. Unfortunately, just a few days into its launch, so this has been going on for a couple months now, Nestle's legal team contacted us with letters threatening legal action in multiple territories. Nestle is the largest food and drink company in the entire world, important to keep in mind here, currently worth around $330 billion. One of their many companies has done some research using Urolithin A, and they have protection over its use for muscle growth. Kind of strange, because who gives these people protection? Like, what's going on here? A molecule that the body creates when you consume certain foods, and now here it is being filed for protection from a major food corporation. It makes you really wonder how these decisions get made and how these protections get offered. They also sell it for a much higher price than Do Not Age, as I mentioned. They have demanded we remove it from sale completely. Do Not Age spoke to our legal professionals who confirmed that Nestle could not stop us from using Urolithin A. It is naturally occurring in the body, and they only have protection for its use over muscle growth. Again, questionable at best in my view, based on the fact if you look at legal precedent for things like NR and other substances, these are natural occurring molecules and you really can't trademark or protect them. But there are companies trying left and right, as we know with NMN. So basically they responded, said that wasn't good enough. After spending tens of thousands of dollars trying to protect their position, Do Not Age has had to relinquish and back off. So they very much regret this. And for whatever supplies are left, they're selling through those, and that's it. You won't see Urolithin A, at least for the time being, at donotage.org, unfortunately. So if you want to get those, whatever's left, order what's left. But that'll be gone soon. Now, it's really frustrating when you consider how similar this is, just a different industry taking over a molecule that the body makes or that's made in nature. It is similar in many ways, in my view, what's going on with NMN, NAC, CBD, and indicative of what I've said many times over, and Dan Fabricant at MPA has said many times over, they're not going to stop at NMN. That's why it's so critical to continue this effort to protect NMN. So that's why we're going to Congress next week. It isn't just about NMN. It's about your right to take a natural dietary supplement, take it into your body as a food supply source, right? And not have to buy it from the most expensive bidder that tries to get protection over it to make a bunch of money. Now, the letter writing campaign. Very interesting stuff here. It's now over 50,000. If you remember, I said, hey, let's hit 20,000. Well, the letter writing campaign has exceeded 50,000 letters, and I think that 100,000 letter mark that Team NMN stated they'd like to see is looking better and better. Now, I want to read you a very typical letter that a consumer wrote to FDA some of these letters go to FDA, some of them go to Congress. I'm sure FDA has access to the ones going to Congress as well, over 50,000 letters going to Congress. This is very indicative of the tone of these letters. So, Dear Food and Drug Administration, I am writing to request a continuation of selling NMN as a food supplement in the United States. As you're aware, NMN is a natural occurring molecule that has been shown to have potential health benefits, including improving metabolism and potentially extending lifespan. NMN has been sold as a dietary supplement for several years, and there has been no evidence to suggest that it poses any significant risks to human health. In fact, many consumers have reported positive results from taking NMN as a supplement, including increased energy levels and improved cognitive function. As a food supplement, NMN is currently regulated by the FDA under the DSHEA Act. I believe that NMN should continue to be classified as a food supplement, as it is a natural occurring molecule that is found in many foods, including broccoli, avocado, and edamame. I understand that there may be concerns about the long-term effects of NMN supplementation, really a separate issue here, but she brings it up. But I believe that these concerns can be addressed through continued research and monitoring of the supplement's safety and efficacy. Remember, it was not removed for anything related to safety concerns. It is a protection of a drug submission to controlled NMN that we're up against. In conclusion, I urge the FDA to continue to allow the sale of NMN as a food supplement. Consumers have the right to access safe and effective dietary supplements, and NMN has shown potential to improve health and well-being. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Now, again, there's a real trend going on along the lines of companies, the FDA, like who is behind this Nestle thing? It just seems the timing of this, the relation to potentially NMN or NAC, they're lining up to try and get control. The drug companies, the food companies, multi-billion-dollar companies, trying to get control over molecules that exist in the food supply or exist in your body, exclusively in your body. Now that was a sample letter that went to the FDA. Here's a sample of a letter, and this is how you would write a letter, compose a letter if you wanted to send it to Congress. You can use this as sort of a general guide. FDA is playing the same losing hand as they did on NAC, wasting millions in taxpayer money to defend their misguided position. FDA's repeated abuse of the law is under the guise that DSHEA doesn't work. And the agency needs new authorities to regulate the dietary supplement market effectively. The FDA is blatantly misleading American consumers in a power grab to demand more control over health choices. Very similar language when you consider what Nestle is trying to do to take over a health molecule as well. NMN is the latest to get caught in that web. Specific to NMN, this is the first time the FDA reversed itself on an acknowledgement letter for a new dietary ingredient without evidence that safety was at risk. FDA doesn't have the statutory authority to do this. NPA, along with the Alliance for Natural Health, and over 1 million members, by the way, has filed a citizen petition to the FDA requesting the FDA determine NMN is not excluded from the definition of a dietary supplement, commit to exercising enforcement discretion in connection with the marketing and selling of NMN in or as a dietary supplement, or, in the alternative, recommend the Secretary of Health and Human Services, HHS, issues a regulation after notice comment finding NMN would be lawful. NPA and ANH's full citizen petition can be viewed here. I'll put that in the comments. The NPA has also initiated a grassroots campaign urging health and wellness advocates to write their members of Congress regarding NMN, which can be viewed here. I'll also put that in the comments. Tens of thousands of Americans who want to maintain their right to choice in the marketplace have already written Congress. Join them in having your voice heard. So we're in the thick of this, and it's an ongoing, unfolding story. And I don't think they're unrelated topics, any of these supplements, or what's going on with Nestle and Urolithin A. I think it's all interconnected. It's a huge power play. They're playing the law, trying to gain control over these healthy substances, and we're just going to have to continue to fight back and push back. We need your help on this. this. NMN is still available from places like Do Not Age and Pro Health Longevity. These are safe sources where you can get NMN. I've taken NMN that they source myself now for almost 2 years, had amazing results. Many of my viewers, thousands of my viewers in fact, are taking these supplements on a daily basis as well. So safety is not an issue. We want the right to choose. We want the right to choose. So FDA, Congress, anyone who's listening, mainstream media, other podcasters, listen to this. What we want is the choice. We want the option to take these and not have to go exclusively to one source and pay a lot more. Or, in the case of NMN, have to get a prescription that's only going to be available for certain diseases and will take decades to be widely available. Literally, over the counter and affordable. This is going to take a super long time. When we have NMN available right now, why should the public have to wait to consume a natural molecule that they're already getting in their food supply? Ideally, a food supply would be enough to supply enough NAD boosting molecules. But the fact is, to raise NAD in our bodies, we need a bit more NMN or something like NR or niacin. These are all forms of vitamin B. These are safe. These are widely available. And NMN should continue to be available as an option. So we'll keep beating that drum. We'll talk to Congress tomorrow. Consider this a warm-up for my presentation and others' presentations to Congress next week. Continue watching and we keep you informed on this fast-moving topic.